Well, today we are going to complete the journey that started with this box full of parts, and it has now ended with a completed organ. So join me and see how easy it is to complete this kit. Alright, so we're back to finish up the organ. Now I will say I have fiddled with this keyboard. The keyboard is in crooked. I cannot get it straight, so it's going to be crooked. So our next step will be this top. This is the top to the organ, and it has to fit in. There's some little brackets there for it to fit into. So I am going to figure out how I get it in there. I'm going to slide it from the back. There. That looks like the best way to get it. It fits in there. It's got a little rim that fits inside that back. And then I'm going to fade some glue. Hopefully you're seeing this. I cannot get my camera angled the way I had it before. After I got, for some reason, something on my table has moved and I cannot get things put back where I had them. Get this glued. And I'm just kind of running beaded glue up in there just so it stays. And now we have this piece, which are like our book rest. And that is going to go right there. So let's see if I can get it out. And now that I know where it goes, I can't get it out to glue in. So I'll put glue in from here. I'm going to feed a bead of glue right there. Since it's kind of behind that, I don't think it'll show that much. And let's run a bead of glue right here. Just better safe than sorry. Nice bead of glue there. Now the only other piece that needs to go on is this one. And this, where does this sit? This sits right here. Hopefully you can see that. It's going to go right there. So let's go ahead and get this all glued together. And then, when this glue dries, we'll talk about what needs to be done as far as finishing it up. Glue. Just running a bead of glue along here where it looked like it was touching. All right. Yeah, I would have finished this up on last week's video. I just literally did not have time to get back to it. Okay. Come on, keyboard cover, go straight. Come on. Stay there. Right, so it looks like I'm going to have to sit here and hold this. Now, we are not putting the mirror in yet because I'm going to spray a clear finish over the whole thing, and I don't want that to get on the mirror. So it looks like this wants to come on. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to have to hold this until the glue sets up a bit, so I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to hold on to it for a while, and I'll get a picture of what this looks like and insert into the video right after this segment of the video. And then we'll be back to finish up. Alright, so the glue is dry. And I have debated back and forth whether I'm going to paint these little knobs, and I think I've decided against painting that. I was going to, and then I wasn't. I think I'm going to stick with I'm not. But I wanted to highlight these carved designs a little bit. I want those to show up a little more. And if you've been watching my videos, if you watched the the cook stove, I got these Ranger Products Perfect Pearls for that project, and I'm thinking the heirloom gold, it'll kind of blend in with this paint, but it will give, I'm hoping anyway, it will just kind of highlight without being too much. And I'm just going to go across this whole area. I'm going to take a Q-tip, cotton swab, and rub a little bit more on the areas that I don't want so much on. Oh, I like that. It just adds a little sparkle. And I think I'm just going to brush this on just where the carvings are. The wood that has the carvings, those areas. Just, I want to have a little sparkle there. I want to have a little, you know, a little highlight on those spots. And by the way, if you do this and you don't like it, you can always just, you know, get a wet Q-tip and wipe it off. But I kind of like it. I like the little bit of sparkle. It doesn't show up a lot, but in certain light it's going to just kind of be a little sparkly. So I am going to brush this on, and then since it is a nice day out, I am going to take advantage of the good weather, and I'm actually going to use my clear spray finish today, which is my preference when doing these kits. I much prefer spraying them with a clear finish to painting one on. So when this is, when I'm all done, I'm going to kind of neaten this up, work this in so it's just where I want it, and then I'll put a clear finish on, and then I'll come back and we'll glue the mirror on and we'll take a look at how this looks all done. Okay, so now that the clear finish is dried, I really like how this came out. I ended up using a gloss spray finish, which just makes it sparkle, and the Perfect Pearls and the Heirloom Gold are just, they make the wood glow. You don't really see the gold as much as it just makes the wood just really stand out. It just looks fantastic. I'm really happy with that. So, oh, and I did add just a touch of the pewter color on the tips of those knobs. It doesn't show much, it just, again, makes it glow a little bit. So now we have one more thing to put on, and that's our mirror. Our mirror needs to be glued into the opening in the back. And like I said before, I didn't put this in earlier because I didn't want to get the spray finish on it. So let's put a bead, and I tried to leave the paint off of this area. I tried to not get paint there. Well, it looks like I've got, there, get that little buildup of paint there though. Didn't realize I had that there until just now. Let's glue in that area. Alright, and then it should be a simple matter of dropping the mirror in. Come on. Please fit. There we go. And then that just needs to dry. And then this will be all done. So I'm going to let the glue on the mirror dry. And then I'll be back and we'll take a final look at the organ kit. Okay, so here we are. It is all done. We've got the mirror in place and the keyboard cover even works. I'm really surprised at how well that actually works. See if I can get to pull out again. Well, no, of course, now it won't pull out. But that actually covers the keyboard. I think that looks really neat. A little stool in front of it. I thought I would show you. This is the clear finish I used. And it's a gloss finish. I decided to go with a gloss on this one. You don't have to, you can use whatever you want. But I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you've learned something, and be sure and check out the blog post, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.